Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin, and today we're going to talk about overhauls. And I'm going to make a video about the overhaul I had on my 14060 no date sub. But today I'm just going to talk about overhauls in general. And I think the big question is, should you go third party or should you go through Rolex to have a overhaul? And I think that there's no right or wrong answer to that. I think it depends on certain factors, and I want to talk about some of those factors. And I think the first is the age of your watch. If you have a 30-year-old watch, then Rolex is not going to service it. Basically, it comes down to whether they have the parts or not. And obviously, if you take a watch, an old watch there, and they don't have the parts, they're not gonna specifically make the parts for your watch, and obviously they're not going to use third-party parts. So an old watch, you're out of luck if you want to go through Rolex. A third party really would be on your only option. Okay. And on a side note, and I'll make a video about this in the future probably, but since I'm on the topic, for me that's probably the biggest black mark of Rolex, the fact that they don't stand behind all their watches. You know, when you take a brand like Patek Philippe, you know, they'll service any watch. If you take a 60-year-old watch there, they'll make it happen. They'll find the pieces, find the parts, or they'll make the parts apparently. So you got to respect that from a watch lover's point of view. I mean, that's that level of commitment is really commendable, and it's a shame that Rolex doesn't do that. I think that's a real shame, and that's probably the one thing. If somebody were to ask me, what do you dislike about Rolex the most, I would say the fact that they sort of pull the rug out from under you if you have an old watch. So hopefully that'll change in the future, but I wouldn't count on it. All right, moving on. So third-party overhauls versus Rolex. Well, price. Okay, price is another factor, and for me, it's sort of a non-issue. I mean, if you have a third party that's charging $300-400 for an overhaul, and then you've got Rolex for, you know, the last overhaul I had was about $700. Well, I mean, look, I don't like to throw away money more than anybody else, but for me, I mean, you're talking about servicing a multi-$1,000 watch, and to quibble about a couple $100 doesn't make much sense in terms of what you're getting for that extra money. And I'm going to go into that in a minute. You know, if it's 100% the same, there is no reason to go through Rolex, but it may not be 100% the same, or maybe you cannot be 100% sure that it's not the same. So, you know, as far as getting a deal, in terms of overhauls, it's just not something I really think about. I want a service that when it's done, I have confidence that it was done perfectly, that all the parts are you know, Rolex parts, and so in that sense, you know, saving a couple $100 is just not something I really think about. Okay, so let's talk about why would you spend that extra money to go through Rolex. And for me, there are pretty much two reasons. And the first has to do with Rolex parts. I just like to know that every single screw, spring, gear in my watch is a Rolex part, okay? And, you know, when it comes to third-party watchsmiths, I mean, you might trust them, you might not, but the thing is you can trust Rolex. Okay, it's just something you don't even have to think about. Your watch is going to come back working perfectly, 2-year warranty with all Rolex parts. When it comes to the third-party watchsmiths out there, when they can't find a part, okay, imagine a scenario. So you take your watch, and you know, they're inspecting it. They call you a week later, and during that week they realize they need 2 or 3 parts, and they can't get those parts through Rolex. in the drawer they've got a couple of parts that would work perfectly. Those parts are from China, maybe those parts are from Switzerland, but they're not Rolex parts. Well, the third-party watchsmith has basically three options, okay? And they can call you and say, well, we're not going to service the watch because we can't get Rolex parts for it. We can't get everything we need, so come pick it up and come back in the future. Maybe we can help you out, but thank you anyway. They lose their business, okay? They lose your business, and that's sort of scenario one. Scenario two is they call you and they say, well, we can service the watch, but we're going to have to use some aftermarket parts. What do you want to do? Well, for a lot of people and for me, it wouldn't work. Okay, I wouldn't allow it. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't feel good about knowing that there's an aftermarket part in my watch. I mean, I'm talking one screw would bug me. Okay, I just wouldn't want it. So I'd pick up my watch and I would take it someplace else probably. All right. They would lose my business. Okay, and then you've got the third option where they just don't mention it and they put the third party part in, and what the customer doesn't know doesn't hurt them. Well, I mean, honestly, if I didn't know, it wouldn't hurt me, I guess, right? But would they do that? Okay, well, I mean, it would be a way to keep their business, keep your business. I mean, it's it depends on the watchsmith. Are there watchsmiths that would? I mean, it's a shady practice. Okay, would there be watchsmiths that do this? Absolutely. I mean, you've got to overhaul. You've got the part right there. It's not a Rolex part, but you can fix the watch. You can do it. Why rock the boat, right? Why tell the customer? Why be honest? Why look? The customer doesn't know. It's not gonna hurt them, and they're your regular customer, and maybe you can get that part in the future and change it out, and they'll never know. And I think many watchsmiths may make that call. And knowing that a watchsmith might make that call sort of turns me off from wanting to use a third-party watchsmith. Look, can you trust some of them? Yes. Can you trust all of them? Probably not. And how do you know, right? How do you know? So all of those scenarios for me are reason enough just to pay the extra money to go through Rolex. Okay, so getting parts and getting a great service and being assured of it. Okay, so that's sort of reason one. Reason two to go through Rolex for me is because they run the watch to make sure it's not on a list of stolen watches or lost watches. Okay, and so if you're buying pre-owned watches, which is the way I go, then that means something. Okay, I sort of want that assurance. And on the other hand, I've read on forums where people have thought about going through a third party service because they think their watch might be hot. Okay, well, I don't want a stolen watch, and I don't want to even be able to entertain the idea that it could be stolen. Okay, I don't want to be 90% sure. I want to be 100% sure it's okay, and I get that when I take it to Rolex. Okay, you get it back, and the watch is on the up and up. It's registered to you now, and when you look at your watch, it's your watch. It feels like it's your watch, and the idea of getting a watch and to take it to a third party just so I can sort of avoid having it taken away. Look, I mean, if it gets taken away, it gets taken away. I mean, it's just the way it goes. I'd man up. I'd deal with wherever I bought it. Okay, but to try and keep a watch, thinking, oh, it might be stolen. I want to hold on to it, so I'm not. Forget it. No, I don't even want a stolen watch. Okay, so So that's, taking it to a third party, so to keep it under the radar. It's not something I would do, not something I'd think about. But I guess this one, something to think about if if you have a stolen watch. Okay. But when I get a new watch, when I get a pre-owned watch, one of the things I like to do is take it for its first overhaul. I kind of feel like that sort of makes it mine in a way. You sort of get every last cell of that previous owner off of it, and you make sure everything's square in the watch. You make sure it's working perfectly. It looks great when you get it back. It's registered. You get the warranty, and when you get it back, you really feel like it's your watch, and that's sort of what I pay for. That's what I pay the extra couple $100s for, to have all those assurances. So that's basically, in a nutshell, some of the reasons why you might want to go through Rolex, or you might not want to. You might want to go through a third party. One other thing I should mention is that if Rolex they can replace a part, but it's a part you don't want replaced. And I got an example of this. The hands on a tritium dial watch. Well, if the hands are cracked, if they're chipped, if you take it to a third party and you say, just use those hands, I want to keep it original, they will, okay? But Rolex may not, okay? If you take a tritium dialed watch with chipped hands, and the tritium is chipped, or maybe it's missing, they'll look at it and say, well, the integrity of the watch is compromised. We have to change it. Okay, you can take it back, but if you have us do a overhaul, then we're going to have to put new hands on it, and you're going to get Luminova hands. And so having a tritium dial with new Luminova hands might not be something you want. Now, again, I'll go into in detail with my watch, but it's got a tritium dial and it's got the tritium hands, but I had to agree that if it came back and it had new hands, I'd be cool with it, and I'd pay $100 too. And so for the month that it was away, I was sort of, I for lack of a better term, I was on pins and needles. Not really, I wasn't sweating it that much, but I was wondering if I was going to get back my lovely tritium hands, or if I was going to have these bright, white Luminova hands that, as the dial ages, wouldn't match. And when I got the call, the first thing I asked them was, did you change the hands? They were like, we were able to keep the hands, and it was great. But I feel like this watch is on borrowed time with Rolex. I think it's just a matter of time before I take it back, and maybe they make a mistake as they're changing them, and have to put on Luminova hands, or they just look at it and say, I think it looks kind of old. Let's put on Luminova hands, and I think that'll be a shame, and so that may be a reason to go through a third party. I have had it serviced through Rolex, and I've had that. I've kind of taken it through that portal. Perhaps now it's time to take it to somebody that can keep it as tritium as possible. So we'll see. But in terms of, if you have Luminova hands, wow, I would just go to Rolex. That's the way I would do it. Okay, all right, more to come. Thank you for watching. Take care.